Gay people. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well in these trying times. Also, the fan is blowing. This isn't magic. My shirt is reacting to the fan blowing. Thank you. Look, as a straight man, I think I am full authority to comment on the state of gay people in America. Which is why in today's body cam footage video, a man goes to jail because he couldn't contain his hatred. He just couldn't shop at an establishment that supports gay people. His hatred was so strong that it ended up with him in cuffs. So what happened? Well, a man walks into Starbucks, of all places, and that was his first mistake, because Starbucks is actual trash water. They call it coffee, but I swear to God, one time, I saw a Starbucks worker go outside out back, and he found a puddle of muddy water, and I saw him stick, the little coffee mug thing. What is that called? The pot of coffee? I saw them stick the pot of coffee in that puddle of muddy water, then walk right back inside. So I don't think Starbucks is that good. But regardless, this particular Starbucks got on this guy's nerve, because get this, you'll never believe this. This is the most heinous thing they could have ever been doing. They were flying a pride flag. Yeah, and this guy didn't like that for some reason. So he took it upon himself to yank that bitch right down off the wall. And in doing so, he damaged the wall. So naturally, the cops were called. Next, the cops track him down to what seems to be some sort of senior career day at a school or a college or something. Either way, the culprit seemingly is trying to recruit some new employees for his business or something when the police roll up on him.
Hi.
Alright, you come outside and talk to us.
Absolutely.
Alright, do you know why we're out here?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Alright, what's going on?
What do you ask me? What happened?
Yes.
I'm going to Starbucks. Can we go somewhere that people aren't? Can we go down the hall there a little bit?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Real quick, just because you know why we're here, and we're going to be asking you questions. We are going to read you this before we ask you any direct questions, okay? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
It sounds like I'm being arrested. Is that right?
No, no.
In order for us to talk to you, you have to say whether or not you want to talk to us or not. Do you wish to talk to us?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't want to come across as if I'm not cooperating by any stretch of the imagination. I also
Do you mind just putting your hands in your pockets? Thank you.
I also don't want to risk incriminating myself unnecessarily.
Okay, so
So I don't really know what to do. Honestly.
it's either yes or no. We can't tell you
I'll
what
talk to you. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what happened at Starbucks?
I got into a little bit of an altercation with I talked to the manager there. I don't remember her name, but I ordered my coffee and I'm walking out and I see a big flag flying, and I know I don't want to. It bothered me, and I very.
Hey, August,
I'm
please.
sorry, excuse me. And I very respectfully talked to the manager and I said, listen, I don't hate gay people, I don't hate trans people, but we're in the greatest country on earth and there's not an American flag to be found. And I'm looking at this, transvestite or trans pride flag, and it really bothered me. I'm like, can you put up an American flag next to it? And then she starts getting all upset and I'm like, all right, whatever. So I didn't press the issue. And I say, okay, so I take my drinks and I go, but it still was really bothering me. So I went back in and I ordered a Mint Majesty tea with 2 honeys, and I said, "Can I have this for Charlie?" And they were very upset, and the guy didn't really even want to make it. I stand there for about 10 minutes. They're giving all these people their drinks. My drink's nowhere to be found. And eventually they finally give it to me, literally 10, 15 minutes later. And no name written on it, no nothing. And I'm like, you guys forgot to write the name on the cup. So I was kind of upset because they were being rude to me, and they knew that I didn't like the flag because I very respectfully told them I don't like the flag. I live in America. This is a great country. I'd love to see an American flag. And when I told them, leave the flag on, but put an American flag next to it because we're in America. And I know it's, whatever. It is what it is. And so I made the poor decision of when I was leaving. I was upset by the way I was treated by, at that point, multiple Starbucks employees. And I was upset and I was mad. And I took the flag off the wall and I put it in the trash can. And they called me an asshole and said this and said, get out of my store. And I didn't say another word. I walked out, got in my car, regretted my decision because they all now, rather than, they think I'm an asshole, which, in that instance was true. That was not the right thing to do. I understand that. And that's all that happened.
I don't want to incriminate myself. Proceeds to incriminate himself. If this dude had a lawyer off screen, I would just imagine the lawyer would just be like, no, shh, shut the fuck up. Because he basically just admitted to everything that they're accusing him of. Honest Andy over here, I guess, was having this situation weigh on his conscience. Good. And when you really hear him out, what he's saying doesn't make that much fucking sense. Guys, we're living in the best country in the world, the United States of America, and yet you're flying the pride flag? That's weird. Maybe we should get an American flag to put it up next to it. You know, this is America after all. Yet another entitled white guy who thinks he can walk into any place that he wants and start projecting his own values into the space. Buddy, if they wanted to raise an American flag, they would. They have the right to raise the fucking Jolly Roger of the Straw Hat Pirates if they want to. This isn't even, you don't even live here. This is a Starbucks. This is a place of business. Do your business and get the fuck out. And he's complaining that then after that, he had to wait 10 to 15 minutes for his coffee. I wonder why. Maybe it's because they fucking hate you now. You made yourself a target and then you're confused as to why they're treating you like shit when you did it first. You basically came in and were like, hey, fuck your beliefs. All of your beliefs are shit. My beliefs, let's go. But that's really American of him, so that's on brand, actually. So I don't understand these people. They clearly put so much merit into a flag instead of actually upholding what the flag should represent, right? You know, equality and whatnot. Greatest country on earth, but God forbid you walk into a Starbucks or someone's gonna have a fucking conniption when they see the flag you're flying. What if these people weren't from America? What if they were like Mexican or Arab? What if they were flying a Mexican flag or an Iranian flag? Then what? Were you also gonna be like, hey guys, we're in America, can we get an American flag up here? Absolute piece of shit. The only reason he wanted the American flag up is because he keeps forgetting what country he's in. He's a little slow. How else is he gonna know that they're in America if there's no American flag? And as far as he knows, he walks through the door of Starbucks, all of a sudden he's in Rainbow Land. He walked into the Starbucks, ordered his ginsengs with 2 honeys, and then he saw the pride flag. He was like, fuck, they're not gonna have my honeys. They're gonna have dudes come out here now. No! Piss off the people handling your food and or drink. That always ends well for everyone who does it. Yeah. So he's pretty much said everything that happened to the best of his knowledge, and it's gonna bite him in the ass because now the police have ample evidence to arrest him. Now that he's fully admitted to ripping that flag off the wall. And obviously that's vandalism, but they also explained that he did damage the wall as he was ripping the flag off of it.
So the issue is when you pulled the flag off the wall, you damaged the wall,
Yes, sir.
which makes it criminal mischief.
Yes, sir.
And based off of your statement, so you pulled it off the wall because you were just upset that they didn't have an American flag on the wall?
No, that's what I was upset by that in the beginning. But I was upset by the way that they treated me after I ordered my drink. They didn't follow their procedure. They were rude to me, and it really upset me. And I apologize for the way I reacted.
How could I forget this? They didn't write his name on the cup. They didn't write his name on the cup. His name, his identifier, the one thing that makes him unique in this world. He had every right. Honestly, they probably didn't care about your name. They probably didn't like you that much after the entire, you know, why is there a pride flag? We need to get an American flag up in here, you know, spiel. So I can imagine they wouldn't write his name down because they probably didn't care to get it in the first place. That's the whole point of the name, though, is to identify whose coffee it is. But they knew whose coffee it was because it was the person they hated. So that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That's the reason he stripped the flag from the wall, is because apparently they didn't write his name on the cup like they normally do at Starbucks. Well, now maybe they can write your name on the prison wall.
So unfortunately, yes, like he told you, when you pulled it off, you damaged their wall.
I have a good friend that works for the police department. I don't know if you get. I don't know it won't make any difference, but can you call him for me, Jason Irvin? He worked there for like 20 years. Just to tell him that I'm here and what's going on. What happened, if you don't mind me asking? Can you explain what the damage was?
So when you snatched off the wall, it put like a little like
The clips that were attached.
chip onto the wall, and it pulled the paint off.
Okay.
So they're gonna have to repaint the wall, which
Is damaged.
is damaged. Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with me throwing the flag away? Nothing unlawful about me throwing the flag away, I should say?
It is unlawful for you to throw the flag away.
Okay. Do you guys know Jason by chance?
Met him.
He's a funny guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
However, I don't even believe he's working.
He's retired now?
No, today.
Can I call him? On my Siri there? Am I gonna get in trouble though? Is what I'm asking? I don't wanna cause trouble. I just wanna.
I can tell you,
Yes.
as a police officer, if somebody that I know gets arrested and they try and drop my name for any reason while they're getting arrested, I'm not going to be happy with them.
Who the fuck does he think this Jason guy is? He keeps asking for his friend who works for the police department. Like that's gonna be doing anything? Like this friend is just gonna magically make it so that you don't get arrested and charged? Buddy boy, you vandalized a Starbucks. Granted, they probably deserve it because it's Starbucks and it's garbage, but you can't just be going around doing, sir, your privilege is showing? You know, so once these officers are done explaining to this man that he needs to face the consequences of his own actions like an adult and not, you know, rely on his friends to get him out of these situations, they get him down to the station and he is officially charged with criminal mischief for damaging that Starbucks. His punishment, or his agreement, I guess, that he came to was to enter like a pre-trial intervention program, which required him to attend community service, anger management classes, and also he has to pay restitution. And then if he does all that, then the misdemeanor is dropped. Not necessarily. This is like a step up from a slap on the wrist because he has to do community service, he has to pay a fine, I think, and he also has to go to anger management classes. That's not insignificant. That's at least like 6 months of his life that he has to dedicate now to fixing this, and all because he just hates gay people, apparently. I don't know, or at the very least the gay flag, which is crazy. It literally has all of the colors on it. You gotta like at least one of them. Why all the animosity towards the flag? I don't know, people like this confuse me. See, he might not think of himself as like some raging homophobe, but everyone else does. For him to disrespect the flag is the same as disrespecting that community, and that's probably why they hated him so much at that Starbucks. But I hope it was worth it. I hope his $60 coffee was worth getting arrested and having to, you know, do all of this shit for. So now not only did he get the coffee, but he also bought that damaged wall, which means he's a part owner of Starbucks now. Nah, but that's it. That's the whole video. Just another dumbassing it up in the world. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.